Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you what happens if your input file that you have specified is not there. So I have open our same example file reading C program that we saw in the last video, where we just read in a file and that had some numbers in it, and we printed them out each on their own line with 2 decimal places. But maybe I'll quit out of this, and we see that we do have our indata.txt file here, and it's got our numbers in it. But if I delete this file, or if I maybe just put in the wrong name, maybe I call it indata2, so now when we try to assign this file pointer, there's not going to be a file for it to read. And so what's going to happen, let's compile this and we'll see, and then we can run it. So what happens is we get a segmentation fault, and this is a difficult to interpret error because maybe I have some other, I'm dealing with pointers, I'm dealing with memory in other places. When I just get my segmentation fault, maybe I then go spend hours trying to track down thinking that this has something to do with strings or my arrays or anything like that, when in reality the only thing that happened was my file wasn't available, and that's a really easy fix. And so in order to avoid this, one thing that we can do is we can actually add a check that our file is found and save ourselves that headache of tracking down where did that segmentation fault happen. So I can say something like if, and so what's going to happen is that if this file doesn't exist, I guess actually I'm going to keep it as the name that didn't exist. So if that file doesn't exist, then this pointer is going to be a null pointer. Instead of being a memory address like it should be, it's going to be a null pointer. And we might print ourselves some message, file does not exist. And then since this is our main, we can end the program by returning, right? And if we return anything but a 0, the operating system is going to know that there was an error. We're not really doing anything with that, but this will end our program, and that is helpful. So let's again compile and run, and see here we see we got our file does not exist error, but if we actually have the correct name, we can compile and run again, and now our program ran successfully. So when you're dealing with input files, to save yourself a headache, you can add this check that the file was found, and then your program will quit if it's not there.